Thank you very much indeed. The Companies Bill 2024 aims to improve company rules from Companies Act 2014 by enhancing corporate governance, ensuring companies follow regulations, streamlining daily operations and managing insolvency cases. It promises better management, increased transparency and stronger oversight, but may face challenges in implementation and additional costs for companies. And companies can be made up of all ingredients as such, Minister, because a company can be a local organisation, community voluntary organisation, and a lot of them are definitely not going to be, carrying out any of these problems such as he envisaged by having to put forward this bill. But the problem is they're going to have to be now all in under this umbrella of correctiveness and added costs. I was at a community meeting the other day that we were told that our accounts might have to be audited. Last Sunday morning I was at a meeting and they said it's going to cost another 4,000 quid. In the name of God, where's all this money coming from? From voluntary organisations. They're on their knees. They're looking for help, not to crucify them more. And I unfortunately have noticed since COVID, quite a lot of the voluntary organisations are disbanding, and a lot of people walked away and not come back. They got a break, and maybe they had been working for years and just couldn't, face the workload that's put on them. And I'd advise you strongly to make sure that there's a difference between companies when they're voluntary organisations and companies that are making big, huge profits out there. And if we don't, we'll see more problems lying ahead, and that can be attributed to small businesses. We see it on a daily basis all over the country. Doors are closing. It's down. We have a VAT rate in this country. It's down to added costs, like what's going to happen here for businesses or companies. Added costs of the 9 to 13.5%. The cost of electricity, the cost of staff, the red tape, the bureaucracy when it comes to getting anything done in this country. One place of many which has closed recently, its doors, was in a beautiful town near my own place, a cafe, serving the people of this small town. Loved by everyone who came in the doors. Wonderful owner, wonderful staff, wonderful produce. I think maybe she'd be proud of me. I'd be proud in the town of Scull. I'd be proud to praise Nikki for what she done for us for so many years and looked after the people so kindly in that community. But the added costs are out there, and it's impossible. And it's, there's so many more like Nikki's Kitchen out there closing their doors, Minister, mainly down to costs and bureaucracy attached to it. The doors of this wonderful cafe were closed. It seems to be one thing after another in this country when it comes to small businesses. This is a business that should not have closed. This is a business that should have been helped and not crucified. And I was across the road there a while ago, and I met with the VAT9 group. Came up in West Cork again, 10-15 people there giving up of their time trying to save businesses throughout the country, because of the huge increase of VAT from 9 to 13.5% and a lack of understanding. It was the last thing. When I was coming up here this week, I met somebody that has a restaurant in West Cork and a filling station. He said they can't separate the VAT. He seemed to be down on top of businesses. Anyone that opens the door, they're the people to be taken on. They're the people to be taken out. They're the people that you should be assisting. They're creating. You're focused on massive companies here in this country and making sure they're okay. But the people that provide 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 jobs in the local community are absolutely forgotten, and they're destroyed. And this VAT9 group, and I was delighted to meet him, are in there with Minister Chambers now pleading with him for the budget next year. They shouldn't have to be pleading with him. It should be common sense. Why would you allow hundreds and hundreds of restaurants and cafes closed throughout the country and close a blind eye to them? It's beyond me. I just don't. Well, it just tells it is. At the top, they're completely out of touch here. This government are as to what's going on. Come down to my constituency, Minister. I'll drive you along the cafes, the pubs, the businesses that are all closed. God damn it, I ain't making up a story. They're the people telling me what's wrong out there. I ain't coming in here to mislead you in any way, shape or form. And I know you'll say this is more the company's bill, but I'm telling you there's companies and there's businesses and there's community voluntary organisations that are going to suffer a lot by this as well. And the fishermen, I meet them and are desperate there for their permits at the moment for overseas fishermen. Have applied for these permits but are waiting far too long. So I could go on here forever about businesses that are in trouble, and Minister, you have to understand that's what I've been told there on the ground.
Thank you, Deputy.
Thank you.
Deputy